Good afternoon, everyone. So we're recording our podcast on the given assignment, where we're going to create Excel work that will be done on Google Sheets, and ensuring that the settings are set to anyone with the link can edit and submit the individual Google Sheet link through the submission. And from here, I'll give the floor to my colleagues to explain.
So on Excel, here are the tasks that we are supposed to do: create an Excel workbook using Google Sheets, explain the difference between VLOOKUP and the XLOOKUP, and show an example in worksheet 1. And the task number 3 is to create sheet 2 and copy the students' data into sheet 2. And also we have to rename column headings to short phrases such as gender, family type, occupation, program, and so forth. And another task is to create a pivot table showing students' gender across programs, and reproduce two descriptive statistics charts of your choice. Uh, After creating a pivot table, we also have to create a heat map on course syllabus rating, mathematics, and computer across programs. And we're also supposed to create a new sheet and input data on African countries with their respective petrol and diesel fuel prices in US dollars. And the last one, we have to create two maps showing the difference in petrol and diesel prices across Africa. Yeah, so first of all, we search Google Sheet, and if you search, you just open your Google Sheet, and automatically it saves the spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet
Can you name it?
should be should be
Titled.
titled, and you title your spreadsheet, and it saves automatically.
That is for the good.
That is to the Google Drive.
So next question. Next question says what?
The next question
Is what? Explain the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP and show an example. So we temporarily create a document just to explain how VLOOKUP works. So to demonstrate VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, we just temporarily create the data. You go with that. Let's search for a certain data that we want. Yeah, so to follow up with VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, we create a temporary data. Basically, VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP are used as functions for searching data. And assuming the data being they just want to search. For instance, if you have a data of commodity and price, there is in US dollars. It means if you want to search for price of maize, assuming you have a data, this data is just a small data of about 10 observations. That is 10 commodities. Assuming we do data would be 1 million observations, and out of that we want to search the price of maize. It will be very difficult. So we use VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP. So the explains how these things differ. But now in terms of the difference comes much in terms of syntax. Syntax, but I mean really like formula, the way it's arranged. So difference in come and be so you type equal to VLOOKUP caps lock V. So there. So you can see automatically starter gives you a syntax. So you start with a search key. Search key makala the column that you want to be search, that you want to search for. Let's say for instance, I'm searching for a commodity called price. It means I will target that particular what? I mean that particular commodity. So in other words, not the column, but the commodity that you want to search. So you type VLOOKUP, then you can longer click maze. Where am I putting the function? So it's equal to then your, your commodity to be searched and comma. Mhm. And once you click comma, then you select the range. Where do you want the products to be searched? That is commodity and price. So you select all the columns here. That is from what? From row number 1 to row number 11, both commodity and prices. Now that you notice quickly as we go different I mean in a Jamaica you copy it at once, when you talk of the lookup. I mean XLOOKUP timazalanga separate. So you will see as we go. Then index. Index shows the which column do you want Excel to retain the result. So kwambiri makaya the result you want. If you want the function to retain the price, that is on maize. It means maize is prices are in column 2. So we will put 2. Assuming I see the only the right about 3, meaning that column 3. So it is a column that you want the result to be retained for. When you talk of what's next? After you put index, you also press comma, and then you do tell you it's sorted. What it means is how do you want uh, the function to say? Do you want the exact value or maybe approximately? So assuming you want the exact value, it means we can go for false. So you have false as the exact value. Sorry. And then we have also the what? You have so in this case I did not include the what? I did not include the what? The sorted form. It means it will just return for me the value that is present in the what? In the, in the column selected. So I can continue to copy the function in the preceding one, in the preceding boxes. As let's say for instance I want beans, I also want rice. So I just copy the function down here. You see, it's telling me directly that the maize of bean as shown here is $1, and the maize of rice is $0.8. So that's how we use VLOOKUP. But you notice as we are using XLOOKUP, you notice that the syntax is no longer the same. That it differs much in terms of syntax. And also, XLOOKUP gives you an option really. What if the data is sorry? What if the data is not present? What can you do? So the syntax is x equal to, and then you type the function XLOOKUP, and then you see that the syntax has search key as the way VLOOKUP works. It has a lookup, range, and it also result. That's how the difference comes up. VLOOKUP among card yan range. Range maka emoji, maka lookup at the same time mama result. I mean yes. That's what we do. So yeah, you talk of lookup. Yeah, so it will give up. So the lookup range is the range that we want to look for. I mean the command that we want to look for. So we type right and then comma, and then you also tell the Excel function to say, okay, how do we, I mean, which column do we want our results to be resulted in? So we talk of the prices. So you can see we do have two ranges. That's how it differs from the VLOOKUP. I mean, VLOOKUP one card each range modes. When you talk of XLOOKUP, you only have two, as you can see. Even if yeah, I think it's reasonable enough. Yeah. So you have this, yes, you have this as and then type comma. The next is the word. Okay, assuming in the results you don't have any value, what do you want the answer to be? So you can choose good. Okay, in case among the commodities we don't have the price for groundnuts, then Excel should be what should be the value that Excel should be taking. So most you can use just zero. It means if there is no value anywhere, this function will return a zero. So and then you go for your match mode. Okay, match mode talks of now the good thing of Excel, once you type a function here, it gives you explanations of how the function works. As you can see missing values, you have match mode. Match mode is the same as in the VLOOKUP, it was talking about false and true and false. In this case, one means exact value. Ready? And the negative one means a lesser value, but it's close to one to the actual value. Positive one is the actual value. So that's how, I mean, sorry, zero is the actual value. One is the greater value close to the actual value, and then negative one is the lesser value. That's how it works. And as you can also see in the explanation here. So here you want this to return the exact value of zero, you know. Yeah. So then comma. And then you also want it to say, okay,